So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Monocentropus Balfouri dismantle update. So I couldn't take it anymore. It's been months since I've seen anybody out. I did get some pictures a few months back of one of the ladies. I knew I had a male because we found a molt. We knew we had a female because we found the molt. So I decided today I was digging them up. And there's two reasons why. One, I wanted to make sure all five were there. And the other one is if all five of them weren't there, they're not a very big species, so I wanted to get them out of this 5.5 gallon and probably put my Lasiodora parahybana female into this 5.5 gallon aquarium because she's going to be enormous soon. So I figured I could use her enclosure for my boehmei and then put these guys in something else depending on what I had. Now, when these went in together, there were 5. As you can see, there is only 3. So we have a documented Monocentropus balfouri communal fail. Now, this communal was, I would say, regularly fed every 7 to 10 days. Generally would throw some dubia roaches or some mealworms or red runner roaches in there. Very rarely would you see them come out and eat. They usually waited. I think I said this before. They wait till the roaches would go down into their burrows or their, where they had their web funnels. At least that was the case. But upon dismantling the enclosure and digging it all up, I found more dubia roaches than I did Balfouris. So what we have is on the right-hand side, we have a juvenile female or a young female. On the left-hand side, the one that you see closest to you is a mature male, and the one that you see crawling around on the side is another female. Now, I knew that they were alive the other day because I heard drumming, and where it was coming from, the only place it could have come from was this enclosure. I could not hear it, I could not see them, of course, but they were drumming on the side of the glass pretty prominently, loudly, off and on for roughly about an hour. Now, did anything happen in that time? Because if you look, you can see they're pretty much the same size, okay? Now, this female is smaller than this female, and this female looks to be, a little wider in the abdomen, but not anything that you would see drastically, okay? There's not a big drastic difference between the two of them, but this guy is fully mature. I have no idea when he matured, okay? Now, I didn't find a fresh molt. The last molt that I found in here was, last week, but it was torn in pieces and just brought up top. So could that have been him? Absolutely, it could have. He does look rather fresh, and let's just bring him out of here. Okay, so here they are. Mature male down the bottom, female. It was a no-brainer ventral sexing them. When you have a mature male, that's an unknown male sitting on the same exact plastic side that a female is, you can tell absolutely 100%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts that these two are female and that one's a male. So now my dilemma: I have to get him out of there and put him into something temporary because I will put him up for sale. There's no way I can keep him. I'd rather him go to somebody that wants to breed these guys. I'll have to get a hold of Vlad and see if he's got any females ready. Maybe I can get him over to him or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah. So to put these two little ones into something, I think for now what we're going to end up doing is the mini football display case that the boehmei is in. We'll put the 2 females in. We'll move the boehmei into the gray-topped enclosure I was talking about, and then move my Lasiodora parahybana into the 5.5 gallon. That's all has to be done tonight now. So I have to get on the ball and get this moving. But I did want to give you guys an update because I know that people ask about Balfouris all the time. How's the communal doing? And I keep saying the same thing. I have no idea because I don't see them. That's just it. I have no idea because I don't see them. So I want to make sure when I put these two females in is big enough, but not too big. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. So I will figure it all out. I will let you guys know what I'm going to do, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Hopefully by then I'll have an answer to what we're doing with these guys. But I'm going to update you guys on a few other things as well as these. So give me a second and let me bring the other stuff down. Okay, so here's some other stuff. The adult Platymeris spigitatus, the white-dotted assassin bug, African white-dotted assassin bug. This was the only adult left. And it was in that long, huge doll display case taking up a lot of room. There were a bunch of eggs in the dirt. So what I wanted to do was get the eggs out, get them into something separate, moisten the substrate a little bit, because the eggs have been in there for a little while and nothing's hatched. So I'm not really quite sure anything will or not. But so I put him or her, whatever him or her may be, into this. And then we pulled all the eggs. Okay, now you're looking at the table. The table's a little dirty. Why is that such a hard time seeing? Okay, there's a whole pile of eggs. So we're gonna mix that around in the dirt and see what happens. If we get any babies, we get them. If not, then we don't. I've had instances where we've had a clutch do real well, and then I've had instances where there's been a ton of baby or eggs and nothing actually hatched. So I don't know how these ones are going to turn out, if they even turn out at all. If not, we have the three little ones, which I'll show you what I did with them in a second. Okay, if you remember this AMAC box, I've been trying to figure out what to do with it. I just talked about, well, no, I didn't really talk about it, did I? That was in the, you're going to hear about it later, in a week or so, in one of the 12 days of Christmas videos. So when you get to that point, you're already going to know what's going in here, because I talked about putting something else in here. Changed my mind because of the way that the top is. If it would have been flipped the other way, I think I would have done it, but I don't really want to do it the way it is. So we put the assassin bugs in here, and now you can see we have, right here's a smaller one, and underneath we have one, kind of hard to tell, huh? There's two of them underneath there. They're three different sizes. All three of them have a cricket to eat. One hasn't got that one yet, but they're three different sizes. So this is the smallest one, and the next one is a little bit bigger, the next molt up from where that one is, and then the next one up is a molt or two past that one, so past the next size up one anyway. So we'll be able to watch them in here. It's just a pretty simple setup. Gave them some wood, you know, to hide under, hide around, gave them something to climb up on there, and some dirt. They don't really need a lot. They're pretty hardy little bugs. They're a lot of fun to have and keep, so I hope that these eggs do develop. So I keep having them, because I've had them now for a few years. I think going on 3 years I've had white-dotted assassin bugs. So I'd hate to, my lineage or the lines go dead. But yeah, so that's really it. So I got to now sit back and figure out what the heck I'm going to do with these three Balfouris. How do I get that female away from the male? And then what to put those two females in, and what to put the male in, actually. He may just end up in a deli cup. I think it'll be better off for him to not give him a bunch of space to move around, and see if I can't find him a home. So that's what I got to do. So we'll see you guys all in the next video. I don't know if you'll get another video before the 12 days start. Hopefully we will. Oh, God, if I can remember, I'll leave the link. I did a podcast today, my first one. It was on the 5 things that I'd like to see happen next year in the hobby in 2019, kind of 5 wishes or 5 hopes. I will put the link down below in the description. Go check it out. Tell me what you think. I know the audio may be iffy, and that's because I wore the lapel mic, and I realized, when a couple people have actually said, it went kind of muffled here or there, that maybe the lapel mic is not the way to go for a podcast, that maybe just a small stand mic would be better. So I'll probably stop at Best Buy tomorrow on my way home from work and check out, see if they have any small cheap stand mics that I can get, because I'd like to do more. It was a lot of fun doing it. 20 minutes of me being able to just talk without worrying about what you're looking at. If the spider's moving around, if the camera's going in and out of focus, I don't really have to worry about all that stuff. So, yeah, so we'll see you guys all in the next one, and look for that link down below, and let me know what you guys think. Again, I don't know. I'm sure there's other people that have been on YouTube that have had problems with the Balfouri communal, but generally, they're the number one when everybody says communal, and I'm here to prove that it just didn't work out. Now, granted, 3 of them were from one sack, 2 of them were from other sacks, all put together at the same time. All 5 of them were fine for a while. How long that's while has been when there's only been 3, I don't know. But, yeah. Yes, you can put them together at different egg sacs. It's been done many, many times. I know someone that's got a communal of 22 that had 7 from one sack and 15 from another, and they've been going crazy since then. Now, there's probably more generations now with her communal, but so here we go. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to everybody real soon. Have a great day. Okay, everybody, you can see my pumpkin in the pumpkin shirt in the background there, huh? So here we go. We are actually all done. It did not take me that long at all. Let's get rid of this light. There is, she's a little bit bigger than what I really thought she was, but she's not huge yet. Not quite in pre-molt. She was kicking a little bit of air. She was a little bit antsy in her old enclosure, but actually she went into the deli cup without any problem. She went out into her area here without any problem. So yeah, I don't think that she will be able to stay in this her entire life, because she's going to be a female. I would think that we're going to have to move her to a 10-gallon in the end. But for now, this is what she's going to live in, and she's going to be happy and like it. And I was just covering the microphone there. So simple, normal setup. Deep cork bark goes all the way to the back. It's about 4 inches deep, maybe a little bit deeper in some areas. Got a log over here in case she wants to burrow herself. She's got enough substrate over here to do it. It's probably actually not the highest point, but pretty close to the highest point here. She was in the water dish when I put her in here, so she was thirsty, and a successful rehouse with her, so that's good. And I will show you the others. I'm not completely sold on what I have the male in, just because he's not looking real happy. So I may have to move him into something different. I'm going to see if somebody wants to buy him in the next day. If nobody buys him in the next day, then we're going to move him into something else. But I'd really like to get him off and out to whoever would like to get him, so that I don't have to worry about housing him and then digging him back up again and then sending him out. So there is the Lasiodora parahybana, and let me show you the Balfouris. Okay, so they're getting used to this. This is the softball, or not softball, but the mini football helmet display case. For right now, the 2 females are in there. You could see one there and one over here. They are relatively pretty much the same exact size. So I'm pretty sure that the 3 that were left were probably 3 that came from Vlad, the sack mates, and they probably just decided that the 2 outsiders were not worthy of them, so they did whatever it is that they did. So we'll see what these 2 do here in this enclosure. They're going to stay in here for a little while till I decide what I want to do with them. I may sell one and just keep one. That may be an option. I don't know yet. Again, I would like to confirm them being female, but like I said, ventrally, there's no doubt in my mind. Oh, you can't fit in there. You tried squeezing your little ass in there, but you couldn't fit in there. See, what she's trying to do is squeeze between the lid and the piece of wood that's in here. I imagine that we're going to end up with a burrow right here. That's going to be my guess. And it'll probably intersect with what's dug right there. So I imagine these 2 will probably do some work here in the next day or 2. And we'll be able to see some, maybe a little bit of webbing and some probably dirt curtains, and then we won't see them again for 6 months or so. So that's them. The male is just in this right now. Just put him in a deli cup. He's not happy. He's fine. He looks all frumpy, but he's perfectly fine. Trust me, he was posturing all over the place. He's not injured in any way. He's pissed off because he's not with his ladies anymore. So, can you even see him? There he is. So he's gonna stay in here for at least tonight. And if I don't get any bites on him tonight, and not get anything set up, then we'll put him in something. I have some Sterilite containers that are a little bit smaller than the shoebox ones that I have. Maybe we'll get them set up in there, and then I could test those out because I haven't used those yet, and I'd like to. But you can see how blue he is, how dark. You really can't, can you? I don't want to open it up because he's very, very agitated. Of course, all three of them got dug up out of their homes, and now they're separated, and they're probably bewildered, not know what to do. So let me show you what we did with the Brachypelma boehmei, because the Brachypelma boehmei female was in here. Okay, so she's in one of these. These are they're called homes, these enclosure. HOMZ, I think. They're a Walmart brand. They're basically mainstays. I have my Brachypelma albopilosum and my Orphnaeus philippinus in one. So I really do like these. I like the gray lids. It gives them a little bit of darkness. They feel a bit more secure. She went in here pretty easily, and when she got in here, she was kind of, walking around, moving, but she's been exploring a little bit. She hasn't gone down inside this burrow yet, but yeah, that's it. So 3 major rehouses, a big, huge failure on the Monocentropus Balfouri communal, but we do definitely have 2 females of 1 male. We got some assassin bugs moved around today. And we got that beautiful Lasiodora parahybana into something that's more suited for her, a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper. The next thing would be to move my Nandu Colorado Velocis into one of these enclosures and get her out of, you see those ones right there. I want to get all these ones up top, all have these gray lids. And then one of the ones in there is going to be moving out of here completely, out of the Euryarachnids collection. So I want to get her moved. We have an Aphonopelma chalcodes female that needs to be moved, Davus penniloris female that needs to be moved, a Homoeoma species blue male that needs to be moved. I think that's it. And then I want to put my little beautiful orange leopard gecko into something a little bit bigger for him, probably one of these. Give him some more room. So, yep, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I remember saying, you guys, I told you that we were done in the last part, but I decided to go ahead and update this part to the update. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see everybody in the near future. Hopefully these guys will all settle in real well, and we'll be able to do some feeding videos with them soon.